UFC 287 is live this weekend, and in the main event, we have the rematch for the middleweight title. It's the champion Alex Pereira defending his title against the former middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. The last time the pair faced each other was in UFC 281, and Alex Pereira became the first man to TKO Izzy in the UFC. The fight was a competitive one, but Izzy was clearly ahead on the scorecards. Pereira, who was a relative novice in the UFC and who hadn't been in any 5 round fight before, looked lost at times in the octagon. But in the fifth and final round, when he could see the finish line, Pereira went in all out and finished Adesanya. Of all the contenders in the middleweight division, Pereira probably matches up the best against Izzy. Both of them are 6 feet 4 inches tall. Izzy has the longer reach by 1 inch, and in sheer size, Alex Pereira is bigger than Izzy. Izzy usually fights at range from the outside. He is brutal with his leg kicks, and he is extremely big for the weight class. None of his previous opponents could strike with him or check his kicks, except for Pereira. He can play the same game like Izzy. Izzy cannot get away with things that he does against other fighters. One of the major talking points of the first fight was Alex Pereira's ability to check Izzy's kicks and land his own leg kicks. He compromised Adesanya's movement, which none of his other opponents could do. Between the two of them, Israel is probably the sharper and better striker, but Pereira has the power to knock his lights out in any second. Izzy has to be perfect for 25 minutes, while Alex has to be perfect for 2 minutes. Having spent close to 25 minutes in the octagon, both fighters would be more familiar with each other's abilities. It wouldn't be surprising if either of them tried to wrestle a bit this time around. It's the final chance for Israel Adesanya at redemption. If he fails to beat Alex Pereira, it would be a huge mark on his legacy. Alex is essentially 3-0 against Izzy, but given the fighter that Adesanya is, you can never count him out. In the co-main event, we have Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal in the welterweight division. Both fighters would be looking for a victory, more so for Masvidal. He's coming off 2 losses to Usman, 1 loss to Colby Covington. Another loss would mean virtually an end of the road for Jorge Masvidal. Even George himself has admitted that if he loses again, he would probably call it quits. Gilbert Burns is coming off a loss to Khamzat Chimaev. It was a close fight, and Burns made Chimaev look human. His stock went up despite the loss. Burns has been calling out for this fight for quite some time. Masvidal has an edge in the striking, but Gilbert Burns is an elite grappler. Masvidal has struggled against wrestlers, and Burns is a champion in jiu-jitsu. If the fight hits the ground, then it's all over for Jorge Masvidal. If Gilbert Burns wins, he would be in line for the title shot. And if Masvidal wins, then a fight with the champ Leon Edwards is also on the horizon, given the history between the two of them. So the fight between the two welterweight contenders essentially has title implications. Let me know in the comment section what you feel. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel.